Hello, hello, hello. So, do we have stuff going here? Well, we shall see if everything is how it's supposed to be. Maybe. Just checking stuff. Yes. I think I think stuff is working. So, I see people found me. Yes, so it's got to be working. Yes, Dawn is here and Polly wants a crafter. Yay. Awesome. Awesome, you guys. So, oh, where to start? Where to start? Where to start? I don't know. My life is a mess. Or just busy week. I just feel like I need to unwind. So I need to just think about something else and sit here and hang out and have fun and do something different than my life right now. Is that okay? Can I do that? Hello, Joe. Hello, Neil. Apparently, I'm hostage again. Well, probably maybe for another 2.5, maybe 3 hours. And that is a possibility because as soon as the family starts to wake up, yeah, then I have to do other things. Harneal, hello, and Robin. Yeah, okay, so this was just. It's been a weird day for me. It's been a weird week. Um, I fell asleep before the kids did on a Friday night. I fell asleep at like, I don't know, was it 6:30, 7? And that's just not my thing. So I woke up at midnight and now it's 4:20. I couldn't go back to bed again. So what do? I come and hang out in the YouTube streets and just whine about my week. I usually don't do that. I usually just sit here and crochet, but today I just feel like anything can happen. Um, Hello Jesse, hello Chris, hello Jonathan, Crossover Paranormal Society. Oh, hello Tank, I love to crochet. Yes, we do. Hello Kelly, Casey Craft 49. Hello, have I seen you here before? I might have. So many names. Sunflowers is here, and Nightbot is here. Nightbot, just yeah, it's 4:20 a.m. in Sweden. Yeah, normal time for people to sleep. Me, apparently not. Okay, so KC or K Craft or KC Raft. I don't know. K. Yeah, you're Karen. Good to meet. Uh, so what are you guys doing? Please give me something fun to talk about. I don't have a headband. No, I don't have a headband. But today I fixed my hair. It's 4:20 in the morning, and I decided to like, oh, I'm gonna fix my hair. So what are we doing? It's Halloween month. We're going Halloween month. Yes, that's what we're doing. Is that good? You happy now? I don't know where the sparkly one is. I think the kid hijacked it. Yes. Yeah, I'm 7 hours ahead of some. Six, I think it's 6 to 9 hours difference between me and the East and the West Coast. Yeah, I think that's 6 hours to the East Coast and 9 hours to the West Coast. Is it better now? I'm showing my true personality in, I don't even know. Baked with Miss Red, hello. Oh, yes. I have been crocheting a bit, not as much as I would like to, because, oh, don't even start me with my weekend. But Thursday, I did some stuff in the garden, okay? And I usually don't do a lot of stuff in the garden, or at least not at the same time. I mowed my lawn. I mowed my neighbor's lawn because they helped me trim hedges like in the beginning of the summer. And then I trimmed hedges, and then I raked leaves, and I did stuff. And my hands are just hurting. My arms are hurting. Like, yeah, like I'm hurting here on the inside. My underarms are just so sore. And I had a hard time like closing my hands yesterday. I'm still feeling shaky. I can't lift heavy things. I have to like it's not as bad today, But seriously, yesterday I had to use 2 hands to hold my coffee mug, and my hands were still shaking. I was just afraid of dropping things. So that just doesn't really work good with me because I want to crochet and my hands are hurting. Like I have pain in my hand that I didn't have before. So that's not nice. No. And since I don't really have, my hands working at 100%, I didn't do much crochet, which means I kind of feel like shit. And I've been crocheting a little bit, but not as much as I want to. I can show you what I've been working on. I hide it or hid it kind of because I just got annoyed that I can't really work on it right now. But I've been getting some double crochets into these squares because I need to make them into pillows, and this mosaic part takes a long time, and I feel like I'm finished with it and I just want to get it bigger. So double crochets it is to get it bigger because it's really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just scrap yarns, and yeah, I need to get it to bigger to fit the pillow. Yeah. Hello, Maritza. So this is one of them, and the other one is still in this organza bag, and the other one looks like this, and I have a little bit more on this. Oh, and it's attached to the yarn I'm working on. So this is what it looks like, or one of them. And my plan was to make 2 and make like a solid backing thing, so you could either have like a lot of things going on or, not a lot of things going on. But time is catching up on me because I started this last year to make for my mother's birthday, and I didn't finish them in time because I made a blanket for her in this yarn. And this yarn I have is from Ophelia Talks. It was a mystery crochet along in 2021. And this is the leftover yarns, and the blankets, the blanket is living at my mom's. So I figured, a couple of pillows to go with her blanket would be nice, I guess, because there's still quite some yarn left, and I didn't really know what to do with it. So I was thinking 2 pillows, but I felt like I can't finish it, so I was just thinking double-sided. But now I can't do that either because my mom is going to be here at noon, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not working on it. So that's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to hide it so she can't see it, and then I'll give it to her for Christmas, I guess. I don't know. Because, I might have to do that. And then also my brother's coming tomorrow, so I have to hide the blanket I've been working on for him because that's not ready either. He's probably going to get that for Christmas or something. Probably. Because that one's big, like really big. But it's still not finished. Like every round on that one takes I think it's closer to 3 hours to go one way round on that blanket. And it's not finished. It's so not finished. Yeah, no. But it is what it is. It's life. It's just, yeah. Yes. Oh, I need to go and check something. Where do I have... There we go. I am just going to double check because I've been messing around with Nightbot and I don't know what Nightbot is doing now. Okay. Well, yeah. Tomorrow it is Saturday morning for me. So it's still a long way to go, but tomorrow is Sunday. Well, in quite some time it's Sunday. But I will do scrap dolls tomorrow, so I'm not going to mess around with Nightbot. So yeah, we're doing scrap dolls to drop your link just because. So did I miss anyone? APD is in the house. Hello, hon. Hope you're doing good. So what are you guys doing? You're talking to each other. It's like really nice. Yeah. Yep. I did get a little bit more done on this shawl, but not a lot. Like seriously, since I got up. When did I get up? Midnight? I have done this much. Yeah. This much. From about here, where this, yeah, a couple of stitches since midnight. That's like 4.5 hours. Oh, yeah, that's not a lot of stitches. For sure. The stack is still there. There's still 2 cakes over here. I still have this much left on this, yeah, the cake I'm working on. But maybe I can get a few stitches in. I'm just hoping my hand's not going to be too much of a hassle today. It is what it is, you know, it's hurting. And I have to cut some hair today too. Yes, fun. According to my mother, my brother looks like Rapunzel, and that needs to be dealt with. And since I am a hairdresser, I just have to help my family when it's needed to deal with that sort of thing. Because apparently Rapunzel isn't a look that is cute on my brother. I don't know, he always had long hair. So I don't really think it's too bad, but I'm also guessing he hasn't gotten a haircut since I cut his hair last time. And that was like pre-pandemic thing. So yeah, it's been a while since he got his hair cut if I was the one that cut it last time. For sure. Hello, Christine. How are you? Joe, you are looking for an easy shawl tutorial? Well, do you have any preference to what you want the shawl to look like? Do you want it to be half circle, triangular? Is there any stitches you would like to use or like to avoid? There's a lot of shawl tutorials out there. Question is, what are you in the mood to crochet? And also, what type of yarn are you going to use? Oh, it's raining on Chris, but you're sitting under a blankie, so that sounds like a good thing. Do you have like tea or hot cocoa or coffee or something to go with that? Because that sounds like it could be a, you know, a nice combo. I like sitting and listening to the rain on the roof. We don't really have that here because we don't have the type of roof where I would hear it rain, but yeah. Especially when you're sitting under like a plastic roof in some sort of, if you have like a roof over your patio or something, a thin type of roof that just covers you from the rain. I like the sound of the rain on that type of roof. Yes. Yes, I do. Nightbot is telling us it's 17 days to Halloween. That's nice. It's slowly creeping up on us. I have not done any more pumpkins. I don't think I'm going to do any more pumpkins. I should make another om-nom because I can. A triangular shawl in 4-weight. Do you like granny stitches? Because that is a kind of a fast one. Maybe that's, you know, I don't know what you considered an easy tutorial. Oh, I'm on the TV. So you see me big. I don't know if I like that. Yeah. You do whatever you feel is comfortable. I can definitely hang out on your TV. That's totally fine. Yes. Good night, sunflowers. Yeah, you need to sleep. I wish I could, you know, sleep too, but I guess 5 hours was what I was getting today. Yep. It is what it is. You going to bed too, Jonathan? Good night. I'm just going to sit here and hang out. As long as the family is quiet and sleeping, this is just me time and I'm going to enjoy it. Neil, stale cake? Why did you let it get stale? Why didn't you eat it faster? That's my question. At this place, my house, cake never gets stale. But then again, there's a couple of sweet tooth that lives under this roof. But also, what flavor is it? Because sometimes, you have to sacrifice and just, deal with it. It would be even more of a waste if you'd had to throw it. Put that with milk in a bowl. Well, maybe. That could be a thing. I think a chocolate cake would be nice with milk in a bowl. Vanilla iced cinnamon cake. Yeah, that could probably work with milk. So, Joe, what are we thinking? Half double crochets and double crochets and check your playlist. Well, that's a good thing. I'm just thinking, do I know any good tutorials? Most of my shawls, I would say, have... I'm not sure I've followed that many tutorials. I've done diagrams and some patterns. I did do some tutorials, but I'm not sure if they're the best or like if there's what you would like. I did one shawl, but that was double crochets and trebles and chains. So yeah, that doesn't have half doubles. It sounds like you want something maybe more solid. Yeah. And you would prefer a tutorial, or are you able to read patterns? Because I do think that there's a few patterns out there that is really fairly simple, fairly solid, with that could work for you. But yeah, if you cannot read a pattern, that's probably a difficult thing to do. So yeah, we're not... Just thinking though. I think that the easier shawls I've done has probably not been... Oh wait. Wait. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of... Have you done a virus shawl? Because the virus is not that difficult, but it might not be as solid as you want, maybe? If you prefer it's fairly solid. Hope you have some free patterns. Yeah, okay, you cannot read patterns, but if we look at something, would it be something that you could maybe enjoy? That's the question. Oh, do I have my big shawl here? Just so that we can see if it is something that you might like the look of. Because this one, I know I used a video tutorial for, and it's a bit of a thicker yarn. This one is double crochets, trebles, and chains. Oh, apparently I had a crochet hook that wanted to tag along. Oh, I'm sitting on it. We don't want to sit on it. So this is what I have. It's basically a 2-row repeat with double crochets and then trebles with chains. And then you just have to do the increases in the center. And yeah, there's also increases on the edge. Question is, can I find this tutorial again? I probably should be able to. It's been a long time since I made it though. Let's see. Because I don't know. Oh, here it is. Just need to check one thing. Yeah, okay. So there it is. So that's the tutorial I used to create this, if that's something you want to check out. I did use a lot of yarn for this because this is one of my bigger shawls. I used 6, oh, one fell on the floor. I used 6 skeins like this. And this is 100 grams, 200 meters. It's 67% acrylic, 33% nylon, and it recommends a 5mm crochet hook. I would say this is a worsted, maybe even a thick worsted. No, yeah, something like that. 4, maybe almost 5. Yeah, no, it probably looks more of like a 4. But yeah, it's pretty. It's also a bit fluffy. Hello, Lori. Did you sneak in here and I missed you? Yeah, so where did the other one go? It just jumped down. It didn't want to stay up there because it's like far up. Thank you, Neil. Yes, we like the like button to get some clickies. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that here next to me because yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the shawls I've done. I've done so many shawls, I don't even remember. Some patterns I've done twice, but I think most of them I only did once. I think it's almost like a second sock syndrome for me, that I like to try new things and I don't like to do the same old all the time. I have done a couple of viruses because they're easy. It's something I can start without having to look into a pattern. Like if I only have, some yarn with me going in the car, on the bus or something, and I just want to have something easy that I don't have to look at patterns. Virus is one of the things I do. Granny stitch is kind of a bit too boring, so I don't do granny stitch shawls really. Because I really need a little bit more to happen, I guess. Because it's more fun like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I wouldn't do it again, or, I just need variation. Maybe that's why I'm really liking to do all these intricate blankets, and I need to push myself. Yes. Just like I have done with all these small, cute stuff. Just doing the same thing over and over again is not, it's not what I like, but I can definitely go back to something if I wanted to. So Maritza, you have to type scrap dolls because I didn't change that. I usually have Scraptastic when it's just me, but yeah, next time I go live, I will have to change it anyway. So I'm sorry, but I'll probably forget it next time. So just creating extra work for myself that I just don't want to. Not after this week. I did mention my yard stuff, and it's just it's been a lot this week. So relaxed time is needed. And it's so nice to see you guys come and hang out with me. It's awesome that I have someone to talk to and hang out with, and you know, it's just fun. It really is. I've made so many new friends here. And you guys also like the stuff I like to talk about. Yarn and crochet and fluffy stuff. Just squeezing yarn is really nice. Yeah. Yep. That's what I like. And sometimes I sniff it too. I do that. I do. But there's so many things I just wanted to start, and there's so many things I need to finish. But starting new projects, it's kind of a hard thing to do to me. Well, it's not hard, but usually when I start stuff, I need to make sure that it's, correct. You always want to have the right amount of stitches and whatnot in the beginning. If you would mess up later on, it's easier to hide it. But in the beginning, it's hard to fix, and it's easy to have everything being all messed up if you get something wrong. And also, I don't always know what I want to do. Hello, Shentirement. How are you? I think also, like, I have so many projects that I want to do that just picking the next one is really hard because there's just so many things. And then when I finally start something new, it's probably not the stuff I've been thinking about doing for a while because I just saw something. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do right now. And all the old ideas, they're still there, that I just don't get around to start it. Hello, John. How are you? At least my garden's looking decent again. Or at least somewhat decent. The fall is here. The leaves are falling. Should probably go out there and do something about the leaves in maybe a few days, a week or so, maybe 2. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take before because we have a really big tree outside, and I'm not going to deal with the leaves until it has lost all of them, because otherwise I'm just going to have to do it again and again and again. Mm. Oh, you're making a Lost Soul shells, Lori? Yeah, I did the same fiber spider tutorial. Hey, Neil. Why do you want people to come join me? Are you having a rough day, John? I had a rough week. Yeah. I think I have my lost souls somewhere here close by. I just don't know if it's easy to get it because it's probably in the box next to me. Can I see it? No. I can tell you though that I did it in one of these Sultan cakes. In this cake here, which is gray to black. That's what I did my lost souls. Yeah, you can barely see it. Let's see. There you can see that it's gray to black. Oh, you mean you need someone to talk to me so I don't run away? Is that what you're saying? Hello, Granny D. How are you? Yeah. I like seeing the sparkles, but that light is not the prettiest. Oh, I need to do something with my hair again. I'm not really happy with how it turned out. Or maybe it's just how it turned out today. Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, this is like a blanket on my lap. Well, as long as people keep talking in the chat, I have stuff to talk about. Hello, Connie, my friendly dragon lover. Have you had any grapes today? Are you sitting at the bench building stuff? I think the last few times I've seen you build things, it has been, well, other things than the mini bricks. Did you finish all your mini brick kits, or did you just take a break to do, I don't know, what it was I saw you do last time? Well, Granny D, I do think that you can manage it. Question is, would you be able to finish it? If you have so many other things, you might not, pay attention to it long enough to finish it. That's, I have whips laying around. When I've been looking around, I find whips in places I didn't even know I had them. But apparently, I'm not even close to what you have in Mount Whitmore, so yeah. Black and sparkles, that's also a really nice combination for spooky season and skulls, yes. So you're taking a break from the bricks? Yeah. Maybe after the trunk with glue, you needed a break. Yeah, you're a little bit squirrely, Granny. It's totally fine though. It's totally fine. Yeah, look at me. There's whips hiding in plain sight, and I still don't do them. There's whips hidden. Totally forgot about them. Yep. It is what it is. That's for sure. Well, hello, Michi. Are you just popping in to disappear again? Totally fine. Great to see you. See, Neil, you're also getting poked at. You were supposed to run your live longer. John wanted to join you. It's good though that I can poke back. Definitely. Definitely, I'm allowed to do that. Yes. ABD, Neil thinks that you should come up and hang out with me and talk. I'm guessing he thinks I'm not talking enough, or it's just the fact that he wants me to keep hanging out here so that if I have someone to hang out with, I'm going to stay for longer. So that's what you were being volunteered for. I wasn't even asking for company. He just, wants to keep me here. Well, Granny D, you have a great night, and we see you in the YouTube streets another time. There's a lot of hellos, which is nice. That you guys can just keep talking to each other, and I sit here and crochet and just hang out. It feels like you're here with me. I love it. I just wish I could do this more often. But then again, it's not very often that I fall asleep at 7 and wake up at midnight and the family is sleeping and I can sit here just hanging out without worrying if, that the kids are gonna stampede down into the living room and break the silence. I'm gonna enjoy it as long as I can. Well, me making it to a pop-up stream is just that it wasn't planned. Not necessarily more than that. I popped up out of my, I don't know, hiding spot. Yes, whips and chains, that's for sure. Yeah, I am a loose hooker, and I'm proud of it. I'm the crazy Swedish loose hooker. And if you can't handle a joke, then you might be in the wrong place. And it's also, remember, almost 5 o'clock in the morning, which means I can just be how crazy. Yeah, this is just, you never know. You never know what to expect. And also, this might tell you something. This might be a sign. Just a little teeny tiny one. But it is in the, season theme here, spooky season. Yes. And also, I'm in my pajamas. That also says that anything goes. At least it's not too much out of the, I'm still behaving. It's all good. It's all good. I'm being bougie. Coca-Cola at the moment, yes. No beaver talk yet? Yeah, no. We do talk about squirrels, but not very many other fluffy animals. Or at least squirreling around has been mentioned. I am very much a procrastinator. I was good before I got in here, though. I did load my dishwasher and I even started it because why not? Normally, I would just, nope, don't have energy to do that. It's too noisy. I'm going to wake the rest of the family up. But then again, I'm sitting here talking and it's probably about the same noise, or like the loudness of the noise, me talking in the dishwasher. That one's probably even more quiet, but loading it is kind of a little bit of a noisy thing to do. Yes, sometimes we have frogs popping through. I did frog something the other. What was I doing? Oh, I was working on this shawl and I had to frog Sunday when I was doing, yeah, I was live and I had to frog in the stream because the last round here was supposed to be double crochet and chain spaces. And after I did one of the corners, I forgot that I had to do the chain spaces and I just double crocheted for, I don't know, 3-4 peaks or something. Oh, Robin talks about beavers. Yeah, sounds like I missed something. If ABD laughs that much, sounds like it was some fun stuff that I missed. Oh, a ladies' night. Yeah, I've been lurking at ladies' night. I have I participated? I don't even remember. I don't think I have, but I might have. Not recently in that case, though. Was it a ladies' night? I think I've been doing something at some point. Maybe. I don't remember. My memory is not very good, and that's just a fact that I have to live with. But that probably also has to do with the fact that I've been going through a lot with stress and just things. I do feel like it's been getting better occasionally. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have done something. Was it a ladies' night though? It was a panel. I don't know who was there. I never know who was on panel with me most of the times when I just pop up in random places. It's hard to remember all the names because there's so many new names. Oh. And also voices. A lot of new voices. Sometimes I can't tell who's talking. But yeah. I guess that's also a learning curve. It's easier if I know people, like if I've watched their content, if they have channels. But if it's just random people on other people's channels, it's sometimes hard, especially if the chat's being shown and the banners with the names are gone and you just don't know who's talking. Yes, Neil. We all have stuff to deal with. But yeah, I had just a lot of things happen during a hard period and after that just my memory disappeared. And I just totally crashed and I haven't worked since because of all the stuff that happened. So maybe one day I'll be able to do that again. Work, that is, but slowly taking baby steps towards that again. But yeah, now I'm actually doing something again. As in getting out of the house a few days a week. So yeah, there was just a lot of things this week because I just started doing that. And then there was meetings at school and there was just a lot of things. Drive safe, Connie. Yeah, it's 5:04 in the morning, so I wouldn't say day just yet. Yeah, Neil, I think I have talked about it. I do think I'm talking about it in the video that's like to get to know me video, but it's been a while since I recorded that one, so I'm not really sure if I go into depth of what happened to me in the past. Long story short, my car started, well, it caught fire in the middle of the road while I was driving my way to work. So I had to get out of a burning vehicle, which is not really something I would recommend to anyone. So yeah, that just took a bad turn from there. Yep. And it was just a lot of other things that happened during that period. So I just couldn't cope with it all at once. Yep. Yeah, definitely not good. At least I didn't, get any physical damage, but yeah. Mental scars are also a thing. You just don't see it, and people don't really have the same type of understanding since they can't see the damages, which is not always helpful. Because there's been so many times where, like, even my family's been like, well, you know, just get yourself together and go to work. Not that easy. It's just not something you can easily do. So, especially like when people around you that's supposed to be supportive are not. It's not making things easier. Oh, and to all the lurkers out there, I really appreciate you hanging out. If you're sitting busy crocheting, that's totally fine with me because that's usually what I do when I'm hanging out looking at live streams. I say hi and then I crochet away. Yes. I really should do lives more often. I just wish there was more time in the day to crochet, and family comes first. So if they're running around, I just can't. But yeah, this was perfect timing for me. I just took advantage of the situation, I guess. Oh, you're looking at the virus shell tutorial? Yeah, there should be a couple of virus shell tutorials. It's not that difficult. I think it's is it a 3 or a 4 round repeat? I have done virus shells enough to memorize the pattern, but I know that's not as easy for everyone. And it's also really weird. I can't really remember things, but pattern seems to be sticking in a totally different way. I guess it's because of the repeat with my hands that it's a combination. Yes, live streams help with the hours. They do. And hours will be my problem. Or yeah, that's my biggest hurdle to overcome. on the way to monetization. Because for sure I have not that big of a hurdle subscriber wise. What do I need? I need like 150 subscribers or something, which is definitely doable in, the near future if I continue to upload content and whatnot. Yeah, so that's not a big hurdle in that way, but yeah, my watch hours is, I'm not even halfway there yet. And for those who already know, yeah, I'm in Sweden. And in Sweden, I have to get fully monetized. The fan funding monetization, like what is it, 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours to get super stickers and super chats and stuff, it's not available to me. So I just have to wait and slowly work towards getting monetization. Fiber Spider and Bag O' Day, probably both should have virus shells pattern. Yeah, that's a really easy and very common pattern. So I think there's probably even more tutorials out there of those. I think Fiber Spider is a little bit more slower, so that you could like crochet along to it. Sometimes I feel Bag O' Day being a little bit faster pace on her tutorials. Not a bad thing if you know how to crochet, but if you're really new, it might be hard to sometimes crochet along to it. Yeah, okay. Like I still have issues with driving, and I also have issues with scents, burning scents, fires. Um, just yeah, that's a trigger, and I still feel it. Like I live in the countryside, but the area where I live, like the houses closest to me, none of them have fireplaces because we have central heating, and only when the wind is in the right direction, I would feel like the scent from the smoke of the houses a bit further away when they're using their fireplaces, and that just, it triggers me. I can't have burning candles in my house. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that's still not working for me, and it's been quite a few years. My accident happened in 2017, but yeah, there's still, I still have issues with getting in a car and trusting other people on the road, even though they didn't do anything. But just, yeah. Um, I don't even know how many hours I need, Joe, but I know that I'm not even halfway there yet. So, um, yeah, I'm slowly working towards it, but I'm also realizing it's going to take time. I'm not that much in a hurry, but it would be nice to have my hobby kind of, maybe not supporting itself, but if I'd get some ad revenue from YouTube, that I could just buy myself some more yarn, you know? Hello, Lydia. Fiber Spider being the Bob Ross of crochet. Yeah, I can see that. I Even being from Sweden, I have come across Bob Ross. I think I came across Bob Ross the first time through an ASMR channel. Now I don't remember the name of the channel, but I've been watching it so much, so I should know the name of the channel. It's something with Southern ASMR. Yeah, it's a really nice lady. Yeah, Southern ASMR Sounds. That's the channel name. I've been watching her for years, and she loves Bob Ross. So she has done like Bob Ross inspired ASMR videos, and yeah, ASMR is really something I have enjoyed just to, relax and calm down. But I know it's not for everyone. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yeah, lurkers are appreciating because you are contributing with watch hours. Just like everyone else. Even though you're not typing in the chat, it's totally fine. For sure. So what are you guys working on? What do you got in your cup, and what's on your hook, and all that fun stuff that people keep asking in the streams that I'm totally not good at asking because I'm still really new to this. My channel might be a little bit older, but my live streams just started for real a few months ago, and it's not something that I've really saw myself doing before. So there's a lot of things that I need to improve, or that I know that I can improve. Just like leaving comments on videos is not something that I've always been good at, because I love to watch videos and then I just let them, jump to the next. And sometimes I just let so many pass that I don't, I never stopped to comment because I was busy crocheting. But I have been getting better at that, leaving comments and thumbs up, because I realized how much it actually means, which is really nice though. And also, like, if you leave comments on my videos, at this point, I have no problem answering all of them because I don't really get that many comments. So I definitely answer all the comments that I get. Perhaps one day it might change because, if there's a lot of people commenting, I might not have time to answer them all. But at this point, definitely not a problem. And I'm just being realistic. I can't leave promises that I might not be able to keep. But as long as I can, I will. They had Bob Ross Club. That sounds cool. I think the whole Bob Ross thing is like almost like unintentional ASMR. That's just how he is, or how he was. Soothing voice and doing his thing. But yeah, Bob Ross must have been really popular and famous and stuff if they even put a Bob Ross club in school. Paint along. Well, yeah, crochet along, paint along. You can do a lot of things together. I'm happy I switched from the mosaic to this because this is a little bit easier on my hand. The mosaic I was working on is in the DK yarn, and kind of a different type of tension thing with that, because I want it to be, not very much holes and stuff. since it's supposed to be a pillowcase. And this is just loosey-goosey drapey. So yeah, I don't have to hold the hook in the same, tight tension and whatnot. I did downsize the hook for the other project to get the stitches as neat as I could. But it's, yeah, definitely more hard on my hand when it's already hurting. And this cotton yarn is just light and airy to work with. Yes. So I am debating with myself now. I'm at the end of this row. Should I continue or should I put it down for now and do something else? I don't know. Should I rest my hand for a bit? Should I start something new? I don't know what I want to do. I do think that the pattern is gonna tell me that the next round is just double crochet, so it's not that difficult, but I still have to read the pattern to know what to do. Oh, but then again, I have to read the pattern to know how I'm going to end this row. So what row am I on? Yeah, okay, someone has touched my row counter. Yeah, because that one's on 0. That's not good. So that means I have to pay attention. Double crochet. Oh, nope, not going to deal with this now. No, I'm not going to end my stream. That's for sure not what's going to happen. I told you, I'm going to be here until the family wakes up. That's for sure. But since my row counter was messed with, I'm not going to continue with that type of thing. So I have another chevron thingy. I don't feel like doing chevrons. Do I have anything else I could just pick up? Or should I just start something new? Let's see. Can we make a hat? It says 5.5 millimeter. I don't have a 5.5 here. 5 or 6? Let's go for a 6. Should I go for a 5? I don't know. It's kind of a thick yarn, and I don't want to overdo it with my hands. Let's go for a 6. So the yarn we have here is called Abby, and Abby is 100% acrylic. 100 grams, 100 meters. And we are making a hat. Because winter is coming, right? It's not for me though. I probably should make myself a hat. I don't have a hat. Hello, Sales Guy. How are you today? It's been a while since I saw you. Hope everything is good. So, Oh, you've been live? I missed that. I've just been... I don't know what I was doing before I jumped in live. I know I was watching a little bit of Netflix for a bit. And then I decided that I was going to go live. I wasn't sure at first. Then I decided that I should take advantage of the situation, of the silence in the house. How many stitches do I have? I didn't count. Not enough. Continue. So what time is it for you guys? It's past 5. 5 in the morning because this crazy Swede can't sleep. And there we go. Well, it's not too late with 10:25. So how late do you normally go to bed? Because I know not a lot of people is going to be up at this time. I'm totally getting that. I'm most of the time up late because that's just how it is. That's why I'm able to hang out with you guys more than if I, kept to the regular and normal type of schedule, I guess. Because I keep lurking in the chats even when it's late for me, like up at 2 a.m. in the morning and just, Well, Lori, it's totally fine to do mistakes, but if you do too many, just put them down and relax. That's also fine. If you feel like you should go to bed, then you do that. But yeah, you can just hang out. It's totally fine. What are you working on though? Yeah, 2 a.m. is definitely not a weird time for me to be up. That's more of a normal thing than any, I guess. But yeah, this week has been a lot of things. So I've just been so tired. Oh, and today I have to be happy joy in a few hours. So hopefully I'm not going to be too tired. But then again, I have coffee. Coffee is going to save the day for me later. Because I'm getting company. So I can't just go back to bed whenever I want to. Maybe in the afternoon. But yeah, not before then. Blanket, shawls, and hat need to be made. Yes. I kind of have the same type of feeling that there's always things I need to do. Things that need to be made. Just don't have enough hours of the day to crochet. And I don't think I'm the only one that thinks like that. 3 cocktails might be causing mistakes. I can see that. I can. It could be that. I'm not saying that's the reason, but it could be that, right? Oh, and I have no idea if this is going to be enough yarn to make a hat. It should be, but I've never used this yarn before, so I don't know. If that's the case, there was more at the store. So I don't think I'm in that much of a trouble. But yeah, it should be enough. Oh, it's been a long time since I used this thick yarn. I usually work with 1, 2, or 3 weight yarn. Mostly 1/2, I guess. This is really thick. Hopefully it's going to be a warm hat. That's for sure. My hope for this, because I've done a couple of hats for my son and he loves them until it gets or starts to getting too cold. I guess one of the downsides with some of my crochet work is that, there's a little bit of a hole situation and he thinks that, the wind was blowing through them and I didn't put a liner in or anything. So I'm just going to try and do this one and hope that this one is a little bit less holy, I guess. It is a totally different type of yarn, so we shall see. Just the thickness of the yarn is going to make it a lot warmer than the other one. I think, was it like a 3 weight I did the other one in? More holes, and this is halo-y and fluffy. Ugh. Slightly itchy. Well, that's expected. More thumbs up than people still here because it's getting late and I totally understand that some of you have already disappeared to bed. I really appreciate everyone that's still here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very, very much. You are also very appreciated. And stuff like that is just not, it doesn't always come natural for me to say it because I haven't done it enough, I guess. Or, I'm just not used to all of these things like, subscribe, leave a comment type of thing. I need to get better at that. I need to get better at a lot of things. I need to get better at editing. I need to get better at posting stuff more often. I need to. There's so many I need to. I need more hours of the day to crochet. That's what I need. Most of all. So, what am I doing here? Am I doing another? No, I'm not. I'm gonna continue in the same way. I was thinking if I should, because I'm doing double crochets and a couple of front post increases, because the front post increases are kind of not very visible, I guess. And maybe I should make more variation. I don't even know what I want this to look like. I don't know. Neil and Nightbot, my trusted companions in the night. Sounds good to me. So what are you doing, Neil? Are you looking through your collections? Are you keeping an eye out on the ghosts in the garden? Or what's going on over at your place? One thing that I really appreciate with thicker yarns is they work up pretty fast. I just don't work with them very often. I don't know why. Thick yarn scares me for some reason because I don't really know what to do with them most of the time. You have Coca-Cola cards? I didn't know that was a thing. Do you have a video of the Coca-Cola cards? Or are you planning to record one since you are putting them in order? Or what's the thing? What's the plan? Oh, you opened them on your live stream today. Well, I'm sorry I missed that. And so you made a mess while you were doing that, so now you're sorting them and putting them into place again? Or you just opened them and now you're sorting them? So are you sorting them into like a folder or binder or something? Or are you just sorting them? Well, this is looking good. This is looking promising. That's all good. So I'm gonna open my next beverage. And we're going to pink. I got me some of my black currant soda. Cheers. Oh yeah, you just piled them up. Totally fine. So this is what I have so far. I'm loving these colors. Greens and blues and whites. Yeah. It's working up really pretty so far. And fast as well. So yeah, yeah, that's how I like to. You just work it in and around and then down. That's how I do most of the hats I do. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I have not made the Starburst beanie from Sanita. I don't think I have done any other hat patterns than Bag O' Days. I think. I'm not sure. I think most of the hats I've done has been Bag O' Day tutorials, actually. Hello, Anko. Yeah, I haven't done that many beanies, but I think. Well, I haven't really like all done Bag O' Day patterns either. I did get inspiration from some of the Bag O' Day patterns, and then I winged it and did my own thing to them. Or like I did a few following tutorials, and then after that I've been just doing something, I guess. Nightbot is telling us to hydrate. Well, I just did it, but I'll do it again. Because why not? Cheers, you guys. Oh, so they're old Coca-Cola trading cards? Would you say that they're vintage if they're from the 90s? I don't know what's vintage anymore. To me, vintage was like stuff from the 20s and 30s and, maybe 40s and 50s when I was young, but I guess now stuff from this, 80s and 90s is vintage. We're getting old. Or or maybe it's just me. I don't know about you guys. You might not be getting older. Just wiser. Well, that's cool, Chris. I'm not that much of a difference in age from your son. Okay, so 90 isn't vintage yet. It's gotta have to turn vintage at some point, right? Or am I wrong on that? Now I kind of wish that I got more of this yarn because it's turning out really pretty. And I did tell you that my brother's coming later today with my mother. I think this is actually colors he would wear. So, should I make this for my brother and go and buy another skein and make it for my kid? That is a question I'm going to answer in a bit, I guess. I guess it also depends on how big this turns out to be. If it would be better for my 12-year-old or my younger brother that has hair like Rapunzel. I don't think he's going to try and fit the hair inside of it, but you never know. And in that case, it has to be 1950s. That's vintage. I'm never really good at this sizing thing. You know, this type of thing, you know, you have to kind of measure. I don't even know how big, how small. Well, I will be cutting my brother's hair, but I'm not going to take it all off. That's for sure. He's had long hair for a long time, but if he's getting closer to look like Rapunzel, or at least that's my mother's idea of what he's looking like. I cut his hair in like 3-4 years since I cut his hair. It's gotta be looking a little bit, yeah. One more increase round I think is needed, and then just working in the round. So, got this from Google. Most antique dealers consider an item to be vintage if it's at least 40 years old. So what year was it 40 years ago? I'm too tired to count, but would that be in the 80s? No. Wait. 80. Would it be vintage if it's 85 or 83? Yeah, okay. That's I'm not vintage yet. Not yet. In a few years. I still have a little bit to go. You left school in 85. That was a few years ago. Vintage plus 18. That's cute. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go to bed until I finish this one, because this is working up so fast. So, Neil, you don't have to worry. I'm not running away anytime soon. I'm not calling you old. I'm just saying it was, a while since you finished school. It's been a while since I finished school, too. But I could have finished it earlier than I did as well. I just did a couple of extra years in school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And that's not really helpful today because I can't do anything of what I've gone to school for anyway, so. Well, hello from New Zealand. How are you today? What time is it in New Zealand now? I'm not really good at the time over there because it's not very many people from over there that I talk to that is, letting me know what time it is, because I'm not really good at asking at all times. It is 5:50 a.m. on a Saturday morning in Sweden. So you're ahead of me by 11 hours? Could that be correct? Oh, and fun story. I've already told you guys that my mother and my brother is going to come and visit in a few hours. My mother loves to hunt for Pokemons, which, I thought that was kind of dead at this point, but yeah, she still hunts them. She started when it released and whatnot. She's been hunting Pokemons for years, and she's been traveling all around the world hunting them. She's been in Vegas, she's been all over Europe, and last Christmas and New Year's she spent in New Zealand. She's also been in Tokyo hunting these little colorful animals. But apparently she liked New Zealand so much she's going to spend Christmas and New Year's there again. Because apparently she has some friends over there that she hunts animals that doesn't exist with. Or I don't even know. Like, what do we call them? It's not figurines. It's just small things. So yeah. I guess travel across the world to hunt down figments of your imagination is a thing these days. Kind of. Ooh, fingerless gloves for an upcoming market. Is it that you're going to wear them yourself on the market, or is it that you're selling them? I have been meaning to make fingerless gloves for some time now, and I can't make up my mind of which yarn I should use. So that's where I'm stuck. Hello, Dawn. Well, Bat needs to walk. It's totally fine. You are back now? It's all good. It's all good. I don't know where in New Zealand my mom's going, but I know she went to visit some waterfall last time she was there. More than that, I don't know. She's hunting critters. Yes, yes. People need to get sleep for lives tomorrow. Yeah. Well, whoever wants to hang out, I'm going to be here. Whoever needs to go to bed, feel free to do so. I just loved hanging out. So yes, all good. Oh, beanies with matching fingerless gloves? tote bags, soap bags, drawstring bags. Yeah. So you do a lot of the small things. I've been thinking about trying to market for years, but I felt like I didn't have inventory enough to do it. And now I have the inventory enough. I just need to step out of my comfort zone and find a market that could be the right thing to do. I'm thinking about like doing it before Christmas here. But I don't know yet. I don't know. But I have a lot of shawls. That's the main thing I've been making. I don't have a lot of the small things. Yeah. So far this is what we have. Some front posts to make it a little bit more interesting, but yeah, the colors is what is speaking for itself. And I think this is going to be, yeah, it's probably going to be good enough. And yeah, now I'm just going to stop increasing. Soap bags, I'm guessing you are doing them in cotton yarn because that's what I've been doing the soap bags out of. No, the angel shawl is not completed, and I realized that my row counter, which is a digital row counter, now has a 0 on it. So I have to count rows because I'm guessing a little kid have been messing with my row counter. So, yeah. So I don't really know where I'm at this point, but I have this much left on what I'm working on here, and then I still have the 2 over there. So it hasn't really grown since you saw it last time. But it's getting big. Okay, can we go over here so I can like get get it back at least? But yeah, it's slowly changing color. It's big. It's big. But it's gonna get bigger. So I just need to count my rows before I can continue on that one. You're selling in your friend's shop. That's nice. That you have a nice friend that you can sell through. I did well, in these yarns, these are like the four strands not twisted together cotton. And I had some leftovers that I did soap bags for, well, what I have in the bathroom. So I just did that out of my scrap yarns from shawls. Because I couldn't I couldn't figure anything out that I would do it for. Really. Like, what am I going to use my scrap yarns for? And that's what I ended up doing of some of it. So what's going on with Bat, Dawn? Bat is just being not happy? Is it just you and the puppy home? That's usually when puppy's not really happy. Because puppy wants daddy. So, yeah, the shawl is getting big. It's almost like a capelet or something like that. Cape draping over the shoulders, really nice. So that's going to be nice to see how big it turns out when I'm finished, because the rows are like 2-hour rows now because of all the ruffles, because it's basically just like increasing chevron at this point. Yeah, a soap bag, hard square soap, put the hard square soap in the bag and just have it some type of loop to hang it with, and it's just in there so you can hang it up. And I did do one of my soap bags in like a solid on one side, and on the other side I did, bobble stitches or popcorns or something, so it was textured, so it would be a little bit different. You know, if you needed to scrub, it would be more of a massage, I guess. Or that's what I was thinking of. So yeah, I've been playing around with textures on my soap bags a bit, but definitely not something you have to do. Bamboo or bamboo silk yarn. I have not done a lot of things with bamboo because I guess it's a little bit of a luxury yarn to me. It's not the cheapest thing, and I guess I haven't really had, a good enough reason. If I would find a project where like I want to do this in a bamboo yarn because they are really soft, maybe, but it has to be for the right thing, for the right reason. If, yeah. You made a blooper short video because you sewed one wrong. Well, that's a fun thing to do. Bloopers, yes. Duck and frog washcloths. Yeah, different textures are great. Well, that's what I was thinking when I was trying it out. Soap on a rope. Is that like when the soap is actually crafted on some type of rope? Like they pour the soap around a rope. So it's just. Oh, Neil, Dawn knows. She knows how to find me if she wants to. She was supposed to go live, but I went live. And then they came raided me instead of her. Because I just felt like taking this opportunity since I don't get them very often. And she often doesn't really take breaks because she feels like she's letting people down. Because she does have stuff scheduled and she doesn't feel like canceling unless there's a good reason. And this time it was me. And she likes that. I know. If she has the energy, she might pop up. Or she just take advantage of the situation and rest, which would be a good thing for her. Why does it feel like this hat's going to be too big instead? I don't know. It's looking big. It's looking big. If it is too big, it is too big. And I'll give it to my brother, I think. Because he's got a lot of hair. Oh, you use t-shirt or jammy scraps to make your soap bags? I just crochet them. Nothing more than crochet. Oh, towel material? Yeah, I guess that's also a nice texture type of thing. Makes sense, though. Some of the little bags I did that was supposed to be soap bags was claimed by the kids and they put small stuff in them instead, like toys. But I guess that works too. Because I put drawstrings on them so they can, open and close as they wish. Bats being a handful tonight? Totally fine, hun. If he calms down, you're always welcome. Now I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not supposed to be front posting everything. It's just supposed to be a regular one. Regular double crochets. Apparently I want to do front post. Maybe I should. I don't know. Not now. Oh, you crochet tees. Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess face cloth, washcloth. Yeah, I do have like small, it's just the same type of, towel fabric, but they're like just small, from IKEA that can be used as, face cloths, wipe stuff up. Yeah, I like them. Well, I have to check that out later then. The video on your channel. Sounds like a plan to me. Yep. Oh, yeah. My hair is a mess today. It's looking cute, but it's kind of annoying. It needs to be shorter, that's for sure. Ugh. Well, it's a towel. It doesn't really matter what size it is. It's still towel fabric type of thing, right? So it's still a towel. But yeah, I know we have different words for different types of sizes, I guess, too. I'm sitting here thinking about, towel in Swedish. If you would translate the Swedish word into English, it would be really funny. The Swedish word for towel is handduk. And hand is hand, and duk is like tablecloth, doily, something to put on top of your table, kind of. So, a hand doily, hand tablecloth. Yeah, it's really, some words just turn out wrong when you directly translate them from Swedish to English. Oh yeah, I've been cutting my hair since I, finished hairdressing school, because that's just a thing. I'm the lazy hairdresser that doesn't always pay attention to my own hair and my family. Yeah, no. It's just that I cut the bangs like a week ago or so, maybe a little bit more. And I've been cutting at them a couple of times since. And I've been, every time I wash my hair, I style it differently, and I realize something isn't the way I want it to. And well, now I came out of bed and I took the flat iron to it, and it was just all over the place. So I had to put some wax in it, and it's just not wanting to stay where I want it to be. Working in Sweden? Well, not really. I'm on sick leave since 2017. So yeah, I'm not working at the moment, but I am in Sweden. Well, I've always been in Sweden. Born and raised. I have been as far as Egypt. That's not outside of the European countries. Otherwise, I've been in different countries with the inside of Europe. But yeah, the only place outside of Europe I've been is Egypt. Okay, this is so much too bigger. Yes. Yeah, and there's a lot of techniques to cut your hair. This is gonna be too big, even for my brother, I think. It's almost like it's almost fitting on top of my headset thing. I don't like it. Yeah, nope. Mr. Frog is taking quite some much. Yes. Oh, yeah, no. My accent is always a fun thing to talk about. I love to hear where people think I'm from because of the accent or the lack of accent. I blame it on spending too much time hanging out and playing video games growing up, as well as, well, video games, PC games mostly, as well as we do start really early in second grade with English in Sweden. It's a mandatory subject from second grade. So a lot of Swedish people have a good English to start with. Then some of them get out of practice, and I didn't. I also had, well, yeah, I have a son, and his dad lived in America for quite a few years. So I did speak English at home when I was living with him. And sometimes most of the time, I still use English when I'm talking to him. But not that he doesn't speak Swedish, it's just easier for me to communicate in a language where, he understands what I'm saying more easily, I guess. There we go. So now we frogged a bit. Now we're back to this. You don't have to say sorry, though. I think it's always a fun thing to ask people where they think I'm from. I think the funniest place I've ever heard so far is someone believing I was from Pennsylvania. I don't even know what a Pennsylvanian accent sounds like. So, I don't know. Do I sound like I'm from Pennsylvania? It is kind of funny because it reminds me of, I guess, the kid cartoon Transylvania, which is about cute little monsters and vampires. Oh, and yeah, we also have a lot of English TV series on, yeah, which also helps with language. Yeah, I don't need subtitles when I'm watching it, any movies, unless it's, low volume to not disturb the family. I use subtitles. It's very handy at that point, but I think I'm not the only one that could use subtitles in that type of situation. When I've been playing games, it's been with people from all over the place. I think mostly the UK, the US, some from Netherlands. But yeah, there's been a mix. Um, at some point, I had someone suggesting I was from Canada, which I don't know. Honestly, to me, I cannot really tell the difference between a Canadian accent and a US accent unless you are, French speaking Canadian and the French is poking through. It's easier for me to guess that you're from Canada. And some of the accents in the US are very distinct. But yeah, not Americans do have an accent that's really like obvious to me, I guess. Mumbling actors. Yeah, that's also a thing. Definitely also a thing. Very handy with subtitles in that case. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna put a scissor to this at some point really soon. Does the O sound different to Canadians, or that the Canadians say it different? You know, with the well, of course it's, both ways, I guess. You're really good at sounds, but you didn't pick up on that I'm not. Yeah, well, I guess I don't really have an accent then, if it's not obvious. Well, I do have some people that's like, oh, I can hear that you have some Swedish thing going on occasionally, but not all the time. And I'm guessing also depends on if I'm tired or not, or what I'm talking about. Because a lot of the times I do stumble on words. I can't always find the right word I want to use. Not because I don't know what I want to say, but it's like, what sounds more right, or what's the word I want to use, kind of. So, yeah, there's that makes it sound like I'm stumbling or thinking too much about what I want to say. I guess it's a good thing though that I'm thinking before I speak. That doesn't happen for everyone, and sometimes it's a good thing that I have to think before I speak. Newscaster accent? I don't know what that sounds like, but I'm guessing it's a little bit more of a neutral type of accent. Because we have that in Sweden. We have different accents all over the country, but around the capital is more of a neutral type of thing. And a lot of the newscasters are more of the neutral, not really an accent. Oh, we're making food with Dawn. I love to cook with Dawn. So is it chicken and avocado and mango, or are we spicing it up with some eggs? I'm guessing it's chicken, mango, and avocado. Eggs is more of a breakfasty thing. She might have some of her homemade bread. You sometimes hear Swedishness. My time is 6:19 a.m. And just for fun, because I have no idea, I haven't poked my head out the window yet. Let's see what Nightbot is going to tell us. More than that, it's time to hydrate. Will we get weather, or did I disable that? No, we did get weather. So 49 degrees Fahrenheit and 9 degrees Celsius. With the wind blowing from southwest at 12 meters per hour or 19 kilometers an hour, and the current humidity is 82%. And that sounded like really robotic and maybe weather girl type of thing. I don't know. Egg with vegetables for dinner every night. 6:21 a.m. So yeah, the family is going to start to wake up soon. And whenever that happens, I'm going to disappear off of here. But I'm hoping that it's going to be at least another half an hour or so before I hear footsteps upstairs. And also, depending on what footsteps, I might be able to, not rush it out of here. Because some of the footsteps actually can behave and be fairly quiet. But if it's the 3-year-old mini-me, then yeah, I'm disappearing fast. I'm not really up early. I fell asleep at, I think it was like 7 p.m. last night because I've had a rough week. So I just fell asleep before the kids and everything. I just went to bed after dinner. And I woke up at midnight. And I couldn't fall asleep again. So it's just what it is. Well, Neil, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm just saying, whenever they wake up, I have to go. And it's not yet. Because no one really usually wakes up at this early. Or you're getting spicy with the eggs. Are you seasoning it with something spicy? Like chilies or just spices in general? No time for chicken? Why not? Oh, you got bread in the oven. Well, bread in the oven is better than a bun in the oven. I don't like eggs unless they are beaten into something together with something else too. Maybe like make a batter for pancakes or, muffins, cupcakes, that type of thing. I don't like eggs as they are. Yeah, it's rubbery texture and I don't like the smell and taste. But yeah, make me some pancakes and I'll definitely eat it. I'm debating if this is still going to be too big. It's looking big. I don't know. I'll continue. Worst case scenario, I'll turn it into something else. Pumpkin. Apparently they're good for you, but you don't like them either. Yeah, I'm not jealous that you're forcing yourself to eat it. Sunflowers does not like the sound of Dawn's bread, so Dawn gets to keep it for herself. Well, I know Dawn has issues with gluten, so oats is working as a substitute for, I guess, wheat and stuff. So what's up with Patsy? Why is he barksy? Because I'm guessing it's not the mailman he's barking at this time of day. Or, yeah, you shouldn't be getting deliveries or something like, yeah. When I was a kid, they forced me to eat some things that I don't enjoy, which resulted in said items coming up faster than they could get it down at daycare, I should say. And yeah, my mom was not happy about that, and I didn't have to eat it anymore. So, but yeah, there's still things I cannot eat from. I can barely cook it. I can't handle the smell. But occasionally, I do suffer for, you know, just because I don't eat stuff doesn't mean I'm not gonna let my kids try it, taste it, and make up their own minds about stuff. So I have done it for them. Most of the time, I just endure this bench of things I don't like and have other people cook it. I think I might have heard a tippy toe. I'm just gonna pay a little closer attention, but yeah, you never know. Yeah, no eggs. No eggs for me. Google hat sizes so I can measure and figure out how big it needs to be. Well, I don't know how big it needs to be because I don't know what head I'm going to put it on and how big the head is. Well, kinda. I guess I know. Ish. But it's still hard to measure. It's going to be too big. At least for my kid. He's pretty big headed though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know if the yarn's going to be enough either. Oh, geez. It's pretty though. What else can I do with this yarn? What would you do with this yarn? It's thick. It's acrylic. It's pretty. I only have one skein. Oh, that needs to be a front post and not a regular double crochet. I think it's should be fine for my brother and his Rapunzel locks, I guess. I could always decrease or alternate front posts and back posts to get it to kind of tighten up by itself, like a ribbing type of thing. Could be the way to go. Fingerless mitts, it's not gonna work really good with this yarn, and I don't have enough for it. I have other yarns in mind for fingerless gloves, or yeah. My son is 12 with a thick head, or I guess it's more of a stubborn thing, but yeah, he has quite a large head, bigger than mine. I know that for sure, because I did have a helmet and it didn't fit on him. It was too small. I don't know if that's just me having a small head, or if it's, yeah, I don't know how you want to look at it, but it's either or. Either I have a small head or he has a big head, or, both. Neil has pita crackers and Philadelphia cheese. That sounds like a good thing. Just regular Philadelphia, or any, I guess they're like seasoned, or yeah, you should have that, right? We have like the garlic and herbs, or chives, or bell pepper, like all weird types of flavors of Philadelphia. So if we have it, you should have it, right? Or like available to you. Not necessarily that that's what you're having right now, but that's what you're having right now. The original plain ones. I like garlic and herbs. And another one that's really big in this family is chanterelles, because we like our mushrooms. So, Dawn, are you going live in 30 minutes, or are you focusing on puppy? Well, that means that if Dawn goes live, you can go and hang out with her, and I'm not hostage anymore, right? And if my family is still, sleeping and whatnot, I might pop over to hers and hang out there for a little bit until my family wakes up. Sounds like a plan to me, because, why not? Dawn don't play the hostage game very well. Oh, she's here a lot. You don't have to keep her hostage. She's just here by her own will. Which I am too, whenever I can. She just has more opportunity to be here, if you know what I mean. No, I think it's too big. Too big. Should I make it into a bowl instead? I could, I guess. Not the prettiest bowl I've ever seen. I don't know. I'm putting that to the side for now because I'm not happy about it. So, no. And it also looks like I'm gonna run out of yarn. See, this just happens. The life of a crocheter is not, you know, straightforward. Another whip that's being put to the side. I need something to write on. Where's my There we go. And there we go. Oh, Dawn was in top chat. And Jerry called dibs on Dawn. Are you gonna fight over her? I'm not sure I'm happy about that. She was mine first. No, I'm just kidding. You can fight over her best you want. She's the only one that can tell you who the winner is. That's not up to me. That's for sure. There we go. Where do we put this? Somewhere in up there. Good enough. Move you to the side. Oh, let's talk about fingerless gloves. So, I want sparkly fingerless gloves. But my question is, should I make it out of a thick or a thin yarn? And let's see, what colors do we have to play with? We have teal, purple. Okay, it's not really the best lighting for me, maybe, but let's see if we can get good lights for the colors of the yarn. Yes, you really see the colors of the yarn with that light. And this is a thinner yarn, so yeah. But we have the Halloween, the spookies. So that's another option. Also, you know, both of these are thin. Like, what do we call it? We call it like super fine. Number 1, yes. And then I have DK yarn in purple, pink, magenta, orange, and some black. Or lighter ones with grays and not so much pink. I don't know. Because I was thinking about doing it like the scaly type with these types of scale. And this is the thin yarn. This is the yarn I've used for this. So I'm guessing that the scales would be about the same size. So, you know, that's a lot of scales. I'm guessing it would be like this way. Kind of. That could look cute, right? I just don't know what color. I don't know. Bat has dibs. Yes. Yeah, Jerry, we need to see your truckload of yarn. We're curious. We need to see what yarn you got. Just saying. I need to know. I think I might do something with these two together. So that means they're kinda out of the picture. Yeah, this is Halloween yarns, all of them, but this is just a regular universe. So this is not Halloween yarn. And I have 4 of this, so I could do something really big with this. So by thinking like that, I guess it's these 2. I have 2 of each. So I could do Probably more than just the fingerless gloves. Don't know. These are more like the season, and this is maybe more of all year type of thing. What would you do? Would you go for the season stuff, or would you do, I don't know. Like, I like the spooky stuff. Like, this is one of my favorite colors. I did not buy this year because I already had some, and I had to prioritize. Left hand, my left hand, that would be this one. This is my left hand. I don't know if it's mirrored or something on the YouTube sides, but this is my left. So green or purple. Let's say green or purple for convenience. So green has 1 vote. 2 votes for the green. The green does look like this, worked up. It doesn't have any purple because I didn't get to it. And I also did a bowl with double stranding this. And that looks like this. Also crocodile stitch. So everyone is saying green. Yeah, okay, green it is. I love the green. It is really pretty. Like, yeah. So double stranding it, you get a lot of different color effects. But it's cute. It's cute. So, okay, green for fingerless gloves and whatnot. Pumpkin back in place. Let's get you back up here where you belong. Leaving the green on top because I'm not going to start that right this minute because I need to find a good pattern, and I'm not going to do that right this minute. Now I know that green it is, and I might also have a project in mind to start with that one soon. Now I'm just going to hang out for a bit. Is Jerry trying to tempt Dawn with the load of yarn in his trunk? I don't know. You have to ask Jerry that. I cannot answer it. Neil says the purple. The only one that says purple is Neil. Well, I have another project for this one, and this one has purple in it too. And also, there is purple in here. Did you see? There is purples. So, it's, yeah, we still have purples. I hear footsteps. So, question is, how big are the footsteps? Well, the yarn color picking is just helping me to figure out, some yarns for my upcoming projects because I can't decide myself. So I'm just asking for opinions. But yeah, I do have a plan for, the green one's gonna fall. Yep. For this one. With pinks and purples and blues and blacks. I'm not sure though. It might be one of the other two. The orange, gray and black, or the orange and brown. But I don't know. I did ask, and this one got the most votes. So, are we diving to get the green? Yeah, I need to go and dive to get the green. It should be somewhere behind here. Where did it go? There we go. I need to have the green up here because otherwise I'm not going to feel good. It's there. It's all good. Yes, you guys have opinions, which is good because whenever I can't think, you can help me do it. You can think for me, which is awesome, right? I also have opinions, and I have so many ideas, and I don't have not enough hours of the day to crochet. So sometimes I'm just sitting here, stuck, not starting projects. Like I bought this yarn the other day. I have a project in mind. Haven't started that yet. A while back, I ordered this yarn. Still haven't started the project on these because I haven't figured out what pattern to use. I just have the ideas and not the time. Yep, hot pink and a lemony yellow. That's gonna look good together too. I just don't know what to do yet. Or I have an image in my head of what type of item I want to make. I just don't have the pattern for it. Are you thinking this purple would make a Halloween cardigan? Or what was you thinking of? Because unfortunately, I don't have enough to make something that big. I didn't get that much yarn. I just wanted, some of every color instead of getting a lot in one color. I could buy more if there was funds for it, but as you see, I have yarn. I just need to make stuff with it. I can't really buy more yarn at all times. Yeah, no. And also, I have this. I can sit like this for a bit. You haven't seen this very much. So there's a lot of yarn in these cakes. I should say though, behind these ones, it's totally full of these. Over behind them, it's empty. Behind them, there's two more. There's a few more behind there, but like most of it, it's not that much behind it. I have 3 more of this color hanging out behind here. And up here, I only have a few more because I did get 2 of each of these colors. So I have a few more, but I don't have. I have more room for yarn, but there's also yarn you don't see, like up above and a little bit underneath. So I can't just buy yarn to buy yarn. I need to make stuff too. Kinda. Bolero connected sleeves. That's kind of what I'm thinking it is. At least, yeah. I've seen different ones that they call bolero. Either, the ones that's sleeves and they're connected in the back, but also that has a part in the front too. Would they both be considered boleros? That's like sleeves with a panel here and a panel on the back that's just kind of this type of thing? Or am I totally out thinking something totally different? I don't know. I could do that. Well, I know buying yarn is kind of a hobby in itself. Buying yarn and collecting yarn, it is a bit of a hobby. You are collecting things. So, yeah, you're not the one to talk, Neil. You're collecting cards. But, yeah, I know I need to use more before I buy more. But also, there's always, new ideas, and I don't have the yarn for the new ideas. So that's a bit of a pickle. Kinda. But yeah, there's different hobbies within this hobby of crocheting. You have the crocheting part, you have the collecting yarn part, and collecting patterns is also a thing for some people. So there's like that's a separate thing as well. If you didn't know, now you do. Buying yarn is an addiction. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. I did see I guess it would be a bolero type thing. Hobby Bingo in Sweden is on Thursdays, and this Thursday, our host Sende had something that was like bell sleeves in a mesh type of thing. Kind of like a more looser, bigger type of mesh than a filet crochet type of thing. It looked like she might have 2 or 3 chains instead of, or or maybe that, no, wait, you have 2 chains in between, or is it 3? But yeah, the chain spaces were a lot bigger on than you'd see on a normal filet crochet type of pattern, but more of a bell sleeve type of thing. And then it was a panel on the front and a panel on the back, and they were also very meshy. And that kind of, I could see that in the purple yarn that I showed you. I think she had like a bluish yarn with different colors in it too. Hello, Susan. Well, I've been here for a bit because I was bored because I haven't been able to sleep. It's usually not a time where I'm around, so yeah, I'm totally totally aware of people not usually finding me here at this time means that people probably not going to show up. A cupboard full of yarn and totes and bins, and you don't need more. Yeah, I kind of feel the same, but at the same time, there's so many new pretty colors and so many new yarns I want to try, and Halloween colors. Okay, Halloween. I'm just going to say it. So I think Dawn is getting ready, maybe in another 10 minutes or so. I'm expecting her to pop up. Maybe. Maybe. I'll let her know, or let her know to poke me. Okay? Yeah. Well, I think there are some people waiting already to go and hang out with Dawn, so that's good. I guess she's on track with her things, which is good because, oh, she's fat and sassy. She's fat and sassy. Good. So I'm gonna go and jump over and hang out at her place. Yes. Do you want to start early, hun? Should I just wrap it up here and go and jump over to you? Because I can do that. It's totally fine. Let me know what you want to do. Since I'm hearing footsteps, I'm just, a little bit on the, tippy-toey type of thing. I don't like to just end things out of. Okay, so we're wrapping it up here. We're jumping over to Dawn. I'm going to join her, and I'm going to just keep hanging out until I have to go. Does that sound good to you guys? That we're just jumping over to Dawn's channel. I'm going to, for those who doesn't have it or doesn't know where I'm talking about, we should go. We'll be dropping links because it's more convenient for you guys. And just because I can, I have never really done a proper raid. So I don't have a good name for my raids because I haven't really done that before. Because, it's usually I'm hanging out with people and not doing everything by myself. So are we doing a scrappy raid? Is that a thing? Or do we have any other good suggestions to what I should call my raids? And Neil, you're just being silly. Yes. Go and hang out over at Dawn's place. I'm guessing she's going to start any minute when she's ready and whatnot. But yes, all good. And we'll see you over there, right? Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed it, just, thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you haven't done that. Anything is good. Yeah, and everyone that's hanging out here, you guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you guys. And I love you, all the lurkers as well. So, see you over at Dawn's in a few minutes. And bye for now.